Morning, everyone. Let's make a start in a wide leg child's pose. All right, so we can have the big toes touching and knees open wide, and then just relaxing between your legs. Allow the forehead just to relax down into the mat. Good. Take a little moment there. Morning. And as always, as we settle here, just let your forehead rest down onto the mat. And just let your eyes close a little bit. Okay, I let your eyes close, let your face relax. Take a moment just to settle and establish that you're here. You can slow your breathing down. Take nice long inhales and nice long exhales. Starting to feel the body stretch itself out a little bit. You can reach your right hand a little bit further forwards and then reach your left hand a little bit further forwards. So you're getting that nice long stretch. Take one more deep breath here. And then we're going to go straight into a twist. So we'll slide the right arm underneath you towards the left side. You can put the side of the head on the floor and then reach the left fingers to the top of the mat. So feel that nice extension there through the left side. And bring your left hand back in. Changing sides, left hand goes underneath you now towards the right side, left side of the head on the floor. And then really reach your right hand to the top of the mat. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out as you twist. So you can bring your right hand back in. And extend your left arm all the way back out. And take one more stretch here. You reach through the fingers. And then as much as you're reaching through the fingers, try and push your hips back into your heels. And we walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. And we'll bring the knees underneath the hips so we come onto all fours. Rock forwards and back. Feeling the weight move through the fingertips, the heels of the hands. You can also start to push the hips all the way back to the heels. Maybe even start to drop the thighs forwards towards the floor. Just moving forwards and back. This is the dynamic class. We are going to play with a few different ways of moving. Just prepping your body, getting ready for that. Remember, it's up to you to do what feels good for you. Okay. So coming back onto all fours, just turn the fingers so they go towards the knees. They might not go all the way around, especially at this time. And you can take little circles here, gripping onto the floor with the fingertips. And then circling it the other way. You could even take some cat-cows here. So you let your belly sink and lift the head and the chest up. And then push the mat away and round into the back, spread the shoulders. And again, letting your belly sink, lifting the head and the chest up. Good, and then pushing the mat away and rounding into the back. So you come back to neutral and then bring your fingers back towards the front. And we're just going to lift the heels of the hands up and let them drop. Okay, and we can do that like little pulsing action, lifting and lowering, pulsing. Starting to feel the heat there in your wrists and in your hands. We keep it going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your toes under. Sit your hips onto your heels. Bring the hands to interlace, and then we can just draw little circles And circling it the other way. Okay, hopefully your toes are okay like this. And you can take your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, squeeze your shoulders back, and then push the hands down towards the floor. And let's get into the neck a little bit. So you let your right ear fall towards the right shoulder. Take a nice deep breath here. And bring the head to the center, lower the left ear towards the left shoulder. Okay, so you're getting that nice stretch through the right side. Bring the head back to the center. Hopefully feet are still okay. You can untuck them if you want, but release the hands. Inhale, lift your arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, you can bend your elbows and open up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. And then take the arms all the way back up. And again, elbows bend as you open up the chest. Try and feel the chest lifting upwards towards the sky. Good. Last time, reaching the arms up. Last time, squeeze the elbows back, open up the chest. And then place the hands back down onto the mat. So from here, untuck your toes, give the feet a little flip. And then extend your right leg back and press the toes into the floor. So you should feel a nice stretch there through the right calf. Keep the core nice and strong. We're going to do our cat-cows. So let your belly sink, push your heel back and lift your head and your chest up. And now do the opposite. Push your foot down into the mat, round into the back and spread the shoulders. Again, let your belly sink. Push the heel back, lift the head and the chest up. And then rounding into the back, push the foot down, spread the shoulders. Last time like that, pushing the heel back, lifting the head and the chest up. Good, and then rounding into the back and spreading the shoulders. Coming back to a neutral spine, just lift your right leg up and flex the foot. Try cat-cows here. You let your belly sink and lifting the head, chest up. And now rounding into the back, spread the shoulders. Find a little bit of a tuck of the tail. You're letting your belly sink, lifting the head and the chest up. This is where we don't really ever want to be in this pose. Then rounding into the back, spread the shoulders. Try and tuck your tail a little bit. We'll come back to neutral. Good, bring your right knee to your right elbow, and then bring your right foot outside your right hand. All right, lovely guys. Tuck your back toes and then wiggle your left leg back. You can turn your right foot onto its side and then just draw your chest forwards. Yeah, and then you can swing from side to side. That's it, spend a moment here. Swinging from side to side, just checking in with how that feels in the hips. Looking good. We'll come back onto your left knee and then draw the right toes to the face, squeezing the right toes to the sky. And we can try cat-cows here again. So you let your belly sink, lift the head, chest up. It's going to be minimal movement now. And then round into the back, ground the heel down. Again, letting the belly sink, lifting the head and the chest up. So you should feel a good stretch in that right hamstring. And then rounding into the back, really ground the heel down. So we'll come back to a neutral spine. Step back onto your right foot. Lift the left knee up off the floor. And then take your front foot to the back into your plank. Now you're going to lower down onto the floor. You can drop your knees. Otherwise, lower down one long plank and go slow for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Land onto the mat. Untuck your toes. Take a cobra. Lift your head and your chest up. Push your feet down. Push your pubic bone down into the mat. And then release. Slowly lower back down. We'll come back into child's pose. This time with the knees together, feet together. Relax over the legs, forehead down. Hopefully you can feel some of the work there in that right hip. Let's get right on to the other side. So you come up onto all fours. And we can take the left leg back and press the toes into the floor. So get that stretch through the calf. Should feel quite nice. You're gonna let your belly sink and try and lift the head, chest up. Now think about pushing the heel away. And then pushing the hands down into the mat, round into the back, chin to chest. It's like you're dragging your foot to your knee, to your right knee. Again, letting the belly sink, lifting the head, chest up, pushing the heel away. And then stamping that left foot down, round into the back, spread the shoulders. Let's do one more. Push the heel away, lift the head, chest up. Yes, good. And then round into the back and spread the shoulders. So come back to neutral and then lift your left leg up. Now, nice and long through that left heel. Keep the belly drawing back. Keep all that nice and strong. The old cat-cows, letting the belly sink. Lift the head, chest up. And then rounding into the back. Tuck your tail as much as you can. It's going to be minimal. And letting the belly sink, lifting the head, chest up. There's still strength though in your core. And then rounding into the back, chin to chest. Coming back to neutral. Bring your left knee to your left elbow. And then lower your left foot right next to the left hand. Yes, then you can slide your right knee back. Untuck your right toes. Turn your left foot onto your left side. I was laughing just then because there was a mosquito right in between my eyes there. Swing the hips from side to side. How's that feeling now in front of the right thigh and in that left hip? Enjoy it, enjoy the stretch. Okay, then we can come back onto your right knee and left toes towards the face. Welcome to the left hamstring. You take a little breath here. And then as we exhale, fold over the left leg. Still lots of work to be done there in that left hamstring. Let's try the cat-cows. So you can let your belly sink and lift the head and the chest up. And then try round into the back and spread the shoulders. I push my fingertips into the floor to help me there. Again, letting the belly sink, lifting the head and the chest up. And then pushing the mat away and rounding into the back, spread the shoulders. Okay, let's get one more of them. Let the belly sink, lifting the head and the chest up. And then rounding into the back, round the heel down, spread the shoulders. So we'll come back to a neutral spine, so that your spine feels nice and long. And then stand back onto your left foot, lift your right knee up off the floor. And then take your front foot to the back. Good, so a nice long lower down into your plank pose. For 5, you can drop your knees. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest down onto the mat for a moment. Take a cobra, draw the shoulders back and lift your head, chest up. Really feel like your hands are pulling back towards your feet here as you lift your chest up. Good, and then slowly lower down. Push your hips back into your heels. Child's pose. Have your knees together, feet together. Relax over the legs, forehead down into the mat. How's that feeling so far in your bodies? Hopefully there's some movements, things starting to move and flow. When you're ready, let's come right back up onto all fours. Letting your belly sink, lifting the head and the chest up. Now tuck your toes under and lift the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Yes, squeeze the heels towards the floor and relax your head. You can press your heels down one by one. Let the hips move from side to side. Good, and then come up high onto your toes. Bring yourself forwards into your plank pose. Now you can drop your knees, otherwise you're going to lower to chaturanga, so you're lowering just halfway down. Elbows bend by the rib cage, you lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, only halfway, and then push right back up, plank. Don't forget, drop your knees if you need to, okay? And again, elbows bend, lower down for 5, 4, just halfway, 3, 2, 1, push back up, plank. Last one, elbows bend, lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, push back up, plank. And we'll take the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice big breath in. And open your mouth and exhale, let it out. Good. Now, come up high onto your toes, bend your knees a lot. Try cat-cows here. Keep the knees bent, the belly sinks and you lift your head and your chest up. Now do the opposite of that. Round into the back and tuck the tail. Again, seeing if you can lift the sit bones up, arch the back, lift the head, chest up. And then rounding into the back, chin to chest. Good, last time, trying to lift the sit bones up to the sky, try and let the belly sink, lift the gaze. And then round into the back, chin to chest. Good, come to a neutral down dog. So you're squeezing your heels towards the floor, they might get there, they might not. You can push your hands into the mat, lift the hips up. Okay, just from here, lower the knees. Keep the toes tucked under, sit onto your heels and take the hands behind your back. Draw the shoulders back. It's a long time upside down. First thing, take a deep breath. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Good. Release the hands, give them a little shake out. Come back into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So let's take the right leg up to the sky and you're flexing the foot. Yeah, your toes are pointing down. Your left heel might be off the floor. Try cat-cow here, let the belly sink, lift the head and the chest up. And now round into the back and chin to chest. Yes, and again, lift the sit bones up. Draw the head, chest up. And then try and tuck the tail round into the upper back. Now find a neutral space. Lift the hips up and squeeze the heel back. And you bring your right knee to your right elbow and your right foot outside the right hand. Stay with the left knee lifted now. Turn your right foot onto its side and draw your chest forwards. Okay, keep the left knee lifted and then rock forwards and back. That's it. So your right foot is on its side and your knee is out to the side. Now drop your left heel down towards the left side. Push into your left hand and then swing your right arm up to the sky. You can take your right arm up and over your head. Breathe into that space. And then bring your right hand down to the floor. You can bring your left foot in one step if it helps. And you're going to straighten your right leg, draw your right toes to your face. Yeah, now your hands could be on blocks here if you wanted to. Try cat-cows. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. Exhale, round into the back, tuck the tail. And again, inhale, lifting the head and the chest up, doing your version of this. And then exhale, rounding into the back, chin to chest. Okay, lengthen your spine. Stand back onto your right foot, bend into the right knee, right foot then to the back of the mat, plank pose. Lower all the way down onto the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Land on the mat, then come upward dog. Okay, so you're going to lift your head and your chest and try and lift your thighs off the floor, lift your hips off the floor. If not, stay in cobra, hips down. Come back, child's pose. Hips into the heels, reach the hands all the way out in front. How's that feel? It's getting hot here in Spain. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. So let's go again on the other side. Come up onto all fours. Let your belly sink, lift your head, chest up. Tuck your toes under. And then lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Relax your head. So we take the left leg to the sky and flex the foot. And we can try cat-cows. You're going to inhale, let the belly sink. Try and lift the head, chest up. It's going to be minimal movement. And then round into the back like you're dragging your left foot forwards. And again, inhale, lifting the head and the chest up. And then exhale, rounding into the back, chin to chest, go right through. Yep. And again, inhale, lifting the head and the chest up. That's it, notice how that feels there. And then round into the back, chin to chest. Good, find a neutral spine now. We'll bring the left knee to the left elbow and the left foot outside the left hand. Okay, rock forwards and back. There we go. And you can lower your right knee to the, keep the right knee lifted. Turn your left foot onto its side, open up the left knee and keep drawing the chest forwards. Yeah, how does that feel there? Now you can push down to your right hand, take your left arm up to the sky. You can drop your right heel towards the right side and then try and lift your hips up. Okay, reach your left arm up and over your head. Find that lovely extension here. Inhale. And exhale to twist, twist, twist. You're going to take your left hand to the floor. Pick the back heel up. And then work on straightening your left leg. Yeah, left toes to the face. Take a cat-cow if you can. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. And then exhale, round into the back, chin to chest. And again, finding the legs, push through the heel. And then round into the back and chin to chest. And last time, lifting the head and the chest up, finding the arch. And then exhale, rounding into the back, chin to chest. Then you come back to neutral. Slide your left foot to the back of the mat. Lower down for 5 counts. Drop those knees if you need to. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower yourself all the way down onto the mat and then come into your upward dog. So draw your shoulders back, lift the head and the chest up. Thighs off the floor, hips off the floor if you can. Inhale. And then exhale. Push the hips back into your heels, knees touch, feet touch. Relax. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Fold over the legs here. Okay, how are we feeling, guys? Families walking through. All right, come up onto all fours. Let's keep moving. Let your belly sink. Lift the head, chest up. Okay, tuck your toes under. And then lift the hips up and back, downward dog. Okay, take your right leg up to the sky. Bring your right knee into your chest. Now stay in downward dog a minute. We're going funky down dog. So you're going to cross your right ankle over the front of the left thigh. Bend your left knee and try and lift your hips up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Then now try walking your hands back towards your left foot. Just see where you get to. From here, really ground down to your left foot. Bring your hands together and see if you come into a funky chair. So you lift your arms up and sink down into your hips. How does that feel? Nice deep breath. Now if you're struggling to get into it from that way, you just stand up and put your ankle on top of that left thigh. Good. Lower your body over your right leg. Bring your hands back down to the floor. Come back into a down dog. And that's it. We got that right ankle still crossed over the top of the left thigh. Look in between your hands and then slot your right foot inside your right hand. Come up into a high lunge. Lift your arms up. That's it. Good. From your high lunge, bring your hands heart center. How does a twist feel here? Left elbow onto your right knee. Look up past your right elbow. Inhale. And exhale as you twist. Good, let's take the hands down either side, front foot. And then front foot to the back, find plank. Vinyasa next. So elbows brush the rib cage as you lower yourself down. Straighten your arms, lift your head, your chest up, cobra up dog. And then take it up and back down, facing dog. Squeeze the heels down. Yes? Good. Let's go again. Left leg up to the sky. Flex the foot here. Now you can bring the left knee into your nose, stay in down dog, and then cross your left ankle over the top of the right thigh. Bend your right knee and push your hips up to the sky. So it should feel quite nice. Big breath in, go right through Papa. Big breath in, lift the hips up. Good, and then walk your hands back towards your right foot. That's it. And then see if you can come up to standing. All right, so slowly bring your arms up. Sit your bum down, have a wobble. Inhale. And exhale, sit down a little bit deeper. Okay, that's good. Stay with it. Take your hands down to the floor. Yeah, don't forget, you can always just stand up and put your ankle there. Yeah, and then come back into your down dog, but keep your left leg there. That's a funky down dog chair. Look in between your hands. Slot your left foot inside your left hand. Come up into your high lunge. Lift the arms up. Well done. Good, now take a twist. Bring your hands heart center. Twist towards the left, right elbow onto your knee, and look up past the top elbow. Okay, work on straightening the back leg. Inhale. Good, and exhale as you twist. Awesome, guys. Take your hands down either side of the front foot, and then front foot to the back. So now we've got our vinyasa. Elbows brushed by the rib cage. Straighten the arms, cobra up dog. So take it straight up and back down, facing dog. Okay, so it is the dynamic class, so we are going to start pumping it up a little bit. So let's lift the right leg up to the sky, bend the knee and open up your hip. Bring your right knee into your chest and then cross your right ankle over the top of the left thigh. That's it. Walk your hands back towards your left foot. Sit down nice and low on your left leg. Come up into your funky chair. Sit down low. Deep breath in. Good. Long breath out. Sit down a bit deeper. Well done. Now try and lower your body over your right leg now. Reaching your right fingers to the top of the mat. Yeah, see if you can lengthen the spine. Well done. And then bring yourself right back up, funky chair. Hands come heart center. Squeeze your right knee up to your chest. Standing on that left leg. And then lower your right foot next to the left. Okay, well done. Hands lower back. Thighs forwards, hips forwards. Lean your upper body back. Push your hips forwards. Good, and then lift it up and over and hinge from hips. Releasing the hands, inhale, take a halfway lift. As you exhale, walk the hands out into your plank pose. Elbows brushed by the rib cage as you lower yourself down, vinyasa. Cobra up dog, lift the head, chest up. And then we take it straight and back, downward facing dog. Breath in, lift the hips up. Breath out, squeeze the heels down. So we get to lift the left leg to the sky and bend the knee and open up that hip. So feel the stretch there, feels nice. Now stay in the down dog, bring your left knee into your chest and then cross your left ankle over the right thigh, push the hips up and back. Inhale. Good, as you exhale, walk your hands back towards your right foot. Left ankle's crossed over the right thigh. And then carefully bring yourself up into that funky chair. Lift the arms up and sit the hips down. Inhale. And as you exhale, try and lower your body over that left leg. Reach the fingers towards the front of the mat. You've got a nice long spine here. Yeah, just see what happens. You always go as low as feels good for you. Lift yourself right back up, funky chair. Bring your hands heart center and bring your left knee up to your chest. Squeeze it up, squeeze it up, squeeze it up. Good, then stand onto your left foot. Hands onto the lower back, fingers pointing down, thighs forwards, hips forwards, lean the upper body back, enjoy that stretch. And then lift it up and over, hinge from the hips. Releasing the hands onto the mat, inhale, take a halfway lift. And as you exhale, you can walk your hands to the front of the mat. You're in your plank pose, the elbows brush by the rib cage as you lower. Straighten the arms, cobra up dog, lift the chest up. And then we take it up and back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, squeeze the heels down. This is a little rest moment now, okay? So you can lower your knees to the floor. Get your hands underneath your shoulders. It's a funny little rest moment. Walk your knees back a little bit. All right, so the knees are kind of a diagonal to the hips. Does that make sense? Now you're going to lift your right leg off the floor, push to the right heel, and bend the arms, and push back, bring your right knee back. Okay, and again, take the left leg back, bend the arms, bring the knees back. Yes, that's it, last two. Elbows bend, extend the right leg back. Bring it back. It's okay if you put plank on the floor as well. Left leg goes back, elbows bend. And bring it back. Did you enjoy your rest? Open up your knees, big toes touching. Come back into a child's pose for a moment. Relax your forehead on the floor. And then breathe. Take a moment. How is it all feeling so far? Hopefully there's lots of heat, lots of lovely heat. You take one more breath there, guys. Let's see if we get one last little flow in. Okay. So as it is, I'm practicing with family all around me, trying to ignore them. I hope they're not bothering you. So let's come on to all fours. Here we go. Let the belly sink, lift the head and the chest up. Tuck your toes under, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So swing the right leg up to the sky, bend the knee and open up the hip. Bring your right knee into your nose and then pop your right ankle over the front of the left thigh like you did earlier and lift the hips up. So it's your funky chair. Good, so take your right foot inside your right hand. And we'll come up into a high lunge. Lift your arms up. Yes, good. Bring your hands heart center now. Stand onto your right leg and bring your left knee up to your chest. Squeeze it up. Yeah. Bend the right leg, left ankle onto the top of the right thigh, and then sit your hips back. Funky chair. Good. All right, slowly lower your body over your legs. And then see if you can lower your hands down onto the floor. Now your hands could go onto blocks if you needed to. Once your hands are on the floor, just jump your right foot back a little bit. So notice how that feels. You can swing the hips from side to side. Nice. All right, then just step your right foot, left foot next to your right. Fold forwards, relax your head, draw your belly into your thighs, and then slowly roll up. Last thing to come up is the head. And you're building up into a little handstand. So press your palms together, thighs forwards, hips forwards, you have the head chest up. And then exhale, fold and hinge. Okay, so you're releasing your hands. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Now as you exhale, plant the hands and jump or step your feet back. Vinyasa, elbows brush by the rib cage. Cobra up dog, lift the head chest up. And then take it up and back into downward facing dog. Squeeze the heels down. Okay, let's go to the other side. Left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and open up that hip. Left knee into the chest. Left ankle over the front of the right thigh. Bend the knees, push the hips up high. Good. Now you can step your left foot inside your left hand. Come up into high lunge. Bring your hands heart center. Stand onto your left foot and bring your right knee up to your chest. Squeeze it up nice and high. Yes, good. Bend the left leg, cross your right ankle over the left thigh, and then sit down into your funky chair. Find that movement. Inhale. Good. As you exhale, lower your body over your leg. And then maybe bring your hands to the floor. And now you can always uncross this leg if you want to. Okay, but see if you can step the left foot back a little bit. Swing the hips from side to side. This is eventually going to be a handstand here. And then lower your right foot next to the left. Halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Nice heavy. Roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Press your palms together. Lift your arms up. Thighs forwards and hips forward. And then exhale, fold and hinge. Good. Releasing the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, plant the hands. You're going to jump back or step back. Vinyasa. Elbows brush by the ribcage. Cobra up. Then take it up and back, down facing dog. Whew. Take a deep breath. Exhale, let it go. All right, let's find a little bit of power now in the legs, ready for the handstand. So you can bend your knees and look forwards. You might want to watch the first one. Look in between your hands. You're going to power off the legs, and you're just going to try and jump the feet off the floor and land them right back where they came from. Okay, so jump the feet off, land them right back where they came from. Just try that a few times. Doesn't matter how high the feet jump off. Just try and see and explore how much you need to propel the legs for them to lift. Okay. Try it a few more times. Propel the legs. Find that oomph. Yeah. Try it one more time. One big jump. Jump those feet. That's it. You're landing right back where you came from. Last one, maybe. And then lower the knees. Yes, well done. Big toes touch. And relax in between the legs. So hopefully you found a little bit of power. It might feel like your feet only come off a little centimeter. But gradually that will build up. I think a lot of people worry that they're going to jump and then go far over, but it's very hard to do that. Let me just see. Do you look? Yes, look between your hands when you jump. Yeah. Would you like to try it one more time? So you bend your knees, look in between your hands, power both feet off the floor at the same time. Try and find that little lift. See what happens. Mm-hmm. Yes, that looks good, Katerina. Woohoo, nice lift. Okay, awesome. So when you're ready, come back into your down dog. You look in between your hands now, you're going to lift the right leg up. Bend the left leg. Your right leg is the maneuver leg now. So that right leg is going to lift you up. Then you're going to hover the left leg, and then you come back to where you started. Look in between your hands. Right leg lifts. That's your power leg. Left leg hovers. Yeah. Try that a few times. Certainly get all the blood pumping. Rest when you need to. So rest when you need to. Lovely, that's it, Katerina again, nice and high. Ooh, you had some hang time there. Okay, now try the left leg. So remember, this is all just a journey. We're all on this pathway and different places in the pathway. So you might be a little jump. Yeah, you might find that you're getting a little bit longer hang time. You might even be starting to find that place where everything just stays where it is, as it should. Yeah, so we're all in different places. Where are you right now? Focus on where you are right now, and all is coming. Yeah. Once you've done that a few times, big toes touch, knees open wide, relaxing between the legs. As soon as you go upside down, as soon as you start kicking, it gets tiring, so take a moment. We're going to add that little kick into our funky chair, okay? Let's see how it goes. The last flow into funky chair, see if we can use that momentum to kick up into our handstand from our funky chair, okay? So downward facing dog, when you're ready. We've prepped, we're awake, our bodies are warm, we are ready for this. So take your right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip. Bring your right knee into your nose, cross your right ankle over the top of the left thigh, bend the left knee, push the hips up. Look in between your hands, right foot inside your right hand, come up, high lunge. Next, from your high lunge, bring your hands heart center. Stand onto your right leg and bring your left knee up to your chest. Bend the right leg, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, reach the arms up to the sky. Lower your body over your legs. And then bring your hands to the floor. Okay, here we go. Step your right foot back a little bit. Now you're going to try, lift your right leg up and off the floor, keeping the left leg where it is. So it's a little bounce. And it might not happen. And Katerina, be careful of that knee. All right, to see if you can push the left ankle into the right thigh and the right leg lifts up and back. Give it a go. Even if it's a tiny little spring, all of it's going to help you to get to where you want to get to eventually. And once you had enough, lower your left foot next to your right. Fold over the legs, nice heavy head. And roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Press your palms together, thighs forwards, hips forwards, gaze up. If it feels impossible right now, it won't be soon. Keep going, fold forwards, hinge from the hips. Releasing the hands, inhale, take a halfway lift. As you exhale, plant the hands, jump, step your feet back, plank, vinyasa. Cobra up dog, we've got one more side. Take it up and back, down facing dog. Squeeze the heels down, lift the hips up. Inhale. And exhale, we ready for the last side. Here we go. Left leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open up that hip. Like you did earlier, left knee into nose. Left ankle over the right thigh, push the hips up, bend the right knee. Step your left foot inside the left hand. Come up, high lunge. Well done. Bring your hands heart center. Stand onto your left leg and bring your right knee up to your chest. Yes, now bend the left leg, cross the right ankle over the top of the left thigh, and then reach your arms forwards, funky chair. If you wanted to, you could just balance here for the rest of this little moment. Lower your body over your right leg, and then hands come to the floor. This is a good stretch right here. Otherwise, you can set your left foot back a little bit, and then you're going to play with pushing your right ankle into the left thigh to lift the left leg up and back down. See what you can find. See if you can feel where it's going. Yeah, even if it's not happening yet, can you feel where it's going? Yes. That's it. Once you finish playing, lower your right foot next to your left. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Enjoy your hamstrings now. As you fold yourself forwards, relax your head. Good, let's roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Press the palms together, lift the arms up, thighs forwards, hips forwards, lean up. Good, and then take it all the way down, hinge from the hips. Releasing the hands, inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, jump it back, step it back. Vinyasa, cobra up dog, and then back down, facing down. Okay, guys, bend the knees, look in between your hands. And you're going to cross the feet by the hands, and then slide your legs all the way through. Come to seated. Well done. Reach your arms forwards. And then slowly start to lower down. Vertebra by vertebra. You can bring the soles of the feet together and the knees open. Rest your arms up and over your head. How does that feel there? So we are playing with the dynamic poses. And it doesn't matter, you know, the aim of the session isn't to achieve anything in particular, but it is important to try and find the pathway to it, even if you're not going far down the pathway just yet. All about finding the pathway, being on your mat and being present. I bet that you felt the stretch, and I bet you felt some strength, and that's all that's important. The rest will just come naturally as you continue to practice. Take a deep breath into your belly, into your rib cage, into your chest. And then open your mouth and exhale, let it go. Bring your knees up, have your feet flat onto the floor. Take a deep breath in. Now as you exhale, draw your belly button back and then push down through both feet and lift the hips up. Now wiggle your shoulder blades towards each other, interlace the fingers. So you've got a nice bridge pose. Keep squeezing the knees forward. You can lift your heels up as you push your hips up. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Releasing the hands, start to lower the spine down, vertebra by vertebra. Now, maybe you would like to take that into your wheel. So fingers towards the shoulders, press the palms flat down onto the mat. Lift the hips up. And then maybe you come up into your wheel or you stay there in your bridge. See what suits you today. Deep breath in. If you're practicing in the morning, this is not going to be your biggest wheel. Just let this be about stretching the front of your body. Bending the arms, start to lower yourself all the way back down. Take your feet as wide as the mat and windscreen wiper the legs. Definitely going to counterpose that. So we'll hug the knees into the chest. Wrap your arms over the tops of the shins. Sit. Stay here or take it into play. Legs can come up and over your head. Use your hands to support your back. I like to squeeze my knees down by my ears. Let's see what feels nice for you. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. You might want to place the hands down onto the mat to lower the spine down, vertebra by vertebra. Well done, guys. We'll take your right ankle over the top of the left thigh, like you have been doing, so that figure of four shape. Rock from side to side. So you should be getting a massage on the outer glutes and the sacrum. And then lower your right foot onto the floor on the left side. Keep the sole of the foot on the floor And then try and open up your right knee. So you've got the outer left leg on the mat as well, or just off the mat really. Press that knee open there. Breathe into that right side. Okay. And then coming back. Right foot down onto the mat, left ankle onto the right thigh. And rock from side to side. I love it because it massages my glutes, massages my lower back. And then we're going to lower the left foot now to the right side, put the outer right leg onto the mat. So, and then see if you can squeeze the left knee away. This is a massive stretch for me, but I know for some of you guys, it might not be such a big stretch. Yeah. So you might want to take your left foot off the floor and then let that left knee open. One more breath. And then release. Okay, bring it right back to the center. And now you can take your feet to the corners of the mat. Let your feet just melt outwards to the side. You can have your hands down by your side or up and over your head. Okay, so you've done a load of work today. A load of joyful work. We always have a little laugh. We're not working hard. We always have a little laugh about this, that we're not working hard, we're working joyfully through the practice. So as you lie back in Shavasana, eyes closed, face relaxed, let go of any stress that might have built up from the practice. Because it's difficult to move your body in a certain way, especially if you're used to moving in a different way. So that can build stress. And this moment is where you can release that stress. And like I said, as you start to work your way further down the pathway, as in finding a little bit more space in your body, finding a little bit more freedom, understanding how your body works, what your body needs, then you work your way further down the pathway and poses open up, the practice changes. Eyes closed, face relaxed, just take a moment. Take one more breath here. And you can start to move your fingers and move your toes. Take a long, lazy yawn. Reach your arms up and over your head if you feel ready for your day. You'll roll over onto the right hand side into a fetal shape. Take a little moment. And then keeping your eyes closed, make your way up to seated to face the front. That's it, sit in any shape that feels right for you. Up then. Get palms together, thumbs into the chest bone. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And then open your mouth and exhale, let it go. Namaste. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope that felt okay for you guys. As always, let me know if you've got any questions at all.